I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Come, baby. Come, baby. Race go drop. Race go drop. Charlie.
Now Locke. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
At the 48-yard line.
Now Locke, he lost the football in town, and the Colts pick it up. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. One down to about the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And 2.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lock. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. Haskins eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This is Gordon. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And the Colts first down.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To Melvin Gordon.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Colts 3, Broncos nothing.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Broncos, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They look to throw. It's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Right here, right here. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Right, 64, weak.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's good.
It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Locke now on 1st down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Set, ready. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Get that ball. Get that ball. 66. Roll it. Run.
Locke working out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Locke taking the snap at 1. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. His first carry. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Shotgun snap to Locke. It's over the middle. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. To the ground, now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now this time Locke will throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos draw a bit closer.
The extra point.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Pascal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Throwing his lock on third down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 20-yard. Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Haskins. Rolling to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 78 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
For the extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Gordon on 1st down. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat it. And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb able to drop him for a loss of a couple. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Gordon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Antonio Gibson, 60 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too, and just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Haskins on first down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Haskins. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Melvin Gordon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Colts 31, Broncos 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 75 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 41, Haskins. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action. Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 44, Haskins. Caught left side by Hilton. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Haskins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lock caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 54 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Now Lock, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.